Let's be completely honest for a second. We've all had that moment where we walk into a room, see someone we're instantly drawn to, and suddenly our brain just flatlines. You start overthinking your posture, your hands feel awkwardly large, and you resort to the most boring small talk imaginable. I used to think being attractive meant having a jawline carved out of marble, or driving a car that costs more than my house. But after years of getting it wrong, I realized that physical looks only get your foot in the door. The real game is entirely psychological. There's a specific set of social skills, invisible switches you can flip in a conversation that make you magnetically attractive to the people around you. Today, I'm breaking down 5 social skills that will instantly elevate how people perceive you. And the best part is, you can start using them the minute this video ends. Skill 1: the 3-second pause. The first skill is what I like to call the 3-second pause. As guys, when we get nervous or excited in front of someone attractive, our default mechanism is to rush. We talk faster, we interrupt, and we answer questions the exact millisecond the other person stops speaking. It screams insecurity. Instead, the next time someone asks you a question, wait 3 full seconds before you open your mouth. Hold eye contact, let their words settle in the air, and then answer. This tiny gap of silence does 2 massive things. It shows that you are actually listening and processing what they said, and it projects a quiet, unshakable confidence. It communicates that you aren't desperate for their approval, and that your words hold weight. Skill 2: tactical vulnerability. Skill number 2 is mastering tactical vulnerability. There is a huge misconception that to be attractive, you have to project this image of a flawless, unbothered alpha male who never makes mistakes. That's not attractive, that's exhausting. Real charm comes from being comfortable enough in your own skin to casually admit a minor flaw or laugh at yourself. If you spill a drop of coffee on your shirt, don't try to hide it in panic. Point it out, make a joke about how you clearly can't be trusted with adult beverages, and move on. When you own your imperfections without getting defensive, it signals to everyone else that they can relax around you. It brings their guard down, and people are naturally drawn to guys who make them feel safe and comfortable in their own skin. Skill 3: inclusive focus. The third skill is the inclusive focus technique. You know that guy who only talks to the most attractive person in a group and completely ignores everyone else? Don't be that guy. It's incredibly transparent and universally a bad look. True social magnetism comes from making everyone in the room feel valued. When you're telling a story, don't just lock eyes with the girl you're interested in. Distribute your eye contact. Bring her quieter friends into the conversation by asking for their opinion. When you become the guy who elevates the energy of the entire group rather than just siphoning attention from one person, you instantly become the high-value center of gravity. The person you're actually interested in will notice how well you treat others, and that is universally attractive. Skill 4: constructive disagreement. Coming in at number 4 is mastering the art of the constructive disagreement. A lot of guys fall into the trap of agreeing with absolutely everything a woman says, thinking it will win them points. But complete agreeable compliance is incredibly boring. Attraction requires a little bit of friction. If she says she loves a movie that you think is absolute garbage, don't nod along. Playfully disagree. Tell her she has terrible taste and explain why, but do it with a smirk. Holding your ground and having your own opinions, while keeping the vibe light and playful, shows that you have a spine. It proves you aren't just trying to mold yourself into whatever you think she wants you to be. That kind of independent thinking is a massive trigger for respect, and respect is the foundation of attraction. Skill 5: the warm exit. The fifth and final skill is the warm exit. Most guys are so desperate to keep a good interaction going that they stay until the conversation completely runs out of steam and gets awkward. The most socially attractive guys know how to leave a conversation while it's still peaking. If you're having a great chat and you guys are laughing, that is your exact cue to say, "Hey, I have to get back to my friends, but I've really enjoyed talking to you." This leaves them on a high note, wanting more of your time and energy, rather than feeling drained by you. It shows you have a life, you have places to be, and your time is valuable. So there you have it. The 3-second pause, tactical vulnerability, inclusive focus, constructive disagreement, and the warm exit. None of these require you to change who you are. They just require you to be more intentional with how you present yourself. Social dynamics are a muscle, and the more you practice these, the more natural they will become. Try focusing on just one of these the next time you go out, and watch how differently people respond to you. Hit the like button if this helped, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.